Welcome back to our live stream studio. I am happy to be joined today by Bonnie Ross, head of 343 Industries.
Thanks, Brian. It's great to be here.
Well, great to have you here on our live stream. And how about that Halloween stuff?
I love the helmet that has the lights, the Master Chief. I think it's the Prestige costume. That is an amazing costume.
Just chatting, just a fireside chat, right?
So very nice.
Very casual. We're just going to kind of keep it real, right?
So it does feel real.
It's still real to me, damn it!
I've seen 343 really kind of take a renewed focus in how we listen and engage with our fans.
Yeah, I hope, we always are listening to everything, the good, the bad, the ugly.
We're waiting.
Hey guys, what's going on? Rony Boney, thank you for stopping by. So if you haven't heard, 343 are releasing a patch for the MCC. Now before we go any further, and before I break down some of these clips, I advise everyone to tread lightly on this topic. I've seen the usual suspects on Twitter praise 343 and vehemently gather to their defense to push the narrative that this is a good thing, and a better late than never policy is the best thing in the world. And although I disagree with their opinion, I don't think that the better late than never policy is inherently wrong, but what I think is wrong is the fact that people are trying, again, to push this new positive 343 really do care about Halo narrative, while completely disregarding the facts and little subtleties presented in the talk itself. The talk centers around Brian Jarrett and Bonnie Ross having a casual chat about MCC. They barely admit to their failings as a company, and ultimately the patch update serves as another way of enticing sales for the Xbox One X. I shit you not. Watch the entire interview the whole way through and tell me that the reasoning behind the patch doesn't have something to do with having a well-known game title to help push this new console edition sales. I just really want 343 to be honest and not try and insert product placement into their positive, I'm doing bunny ears right now, announcements, because frankly the Halo community see through your shit more than you will ever know, and it further serves to hurt the franchise.
So, I don't think we can really have a fan conversation discussion and ignore MCC. So let's just jump right in to the thing that many people probably thought we would surely ignore and avoid on this topic, but we're talking about it.
That sentence, dude. I don't think we can have a fan discussion without mentioning MCC. You haven't had a fan discussion and you haven't mentioned MCC for 2 years, maybe since the last patch. You have blatantly, on every single occasion, locked threads on that cesspit you call Halo Waypoint via your Nazi moderators on MCC, and pretty much every tweet in the last few years sent to 343 Industries and Halo have ignored MCC. They barely respond to that, and if they do, they say, "We will update you when we know more," which is the ultimate cop-out because they know everything about the game. They know exactly what plans they have with this game. So that really says something to me about 343. And also, the way that he says something the fans thought we'd surely ignore, that really says something about how aware they are. And they pretend that they're not, but they are. They are aware of how the community has felt for a long time about MCC, that we've thought it's completely hopeless, that any talk regarding it has zero hope to it. So this whole narrative that you're about to see me break apart, that we didn't realize the extent as to which you guys wanted us to talk about MCC, is pure, utter bollocks, I'm sad to say.
I heard from a lot of folks that they just wanted to know what was going on with the Master Chief Collection, and I naively thought, hey, how can it be? I'm going to walk around, I'll get some answers, and be right back to you. So coming up on a year, it's been tough because there just hasn't been any information to share.
So I'm just really unnerved by something about her laugh as he says, how hard can it be to find info on MCC? She's laughing throughout that. It says it all for me. The nervous laughter. Because you'd need to be a total fool to argue otherwise, knew that the fans were going apeshit about their lack of attention to the history of this franchise to the treatment and the ignorance surrounding the MCC. Also, there hasn't been any information to share. I mean, yeah, do you know why? Because Halo 5 and microtransactions, Rex and pizza skins like this fucking idiot loves to talk about were the only things that 343 have focused on because MCC was not a viable method of generating revenue. Now do you guys see my original point regarding MCC's patch in the Xbox One X? MCC is being patched because now, with these new enhancements on Xbox One X and the new Xbox updates, has once again somehow entered Microsoft Studios and 343's minds as a potential cash cow. Does that not seem eerie and disgusting to any of you? That it's still just looked upon as a way to make a quick buck first and foremost, and as a fan service as a secondary motive.
But I think today we're going to change that.
We are, and I would just say that I think that seeing the community through your eyes and that we haven't been communicating, we've just been silent on this topic, has not been great. It's caused a lot of frustration, and I do apologize for that. And
it's caused a lot of frustration, and I do apologize for that. Yep, that's all we get, lads and lasses. A one-sentence apology without even looking at the damn camera. Look at our faces. Look at the damn camera. You represent Halo. You know, you're the head of 343 Industries. You know, you're the head of the caretaker. You're the inheritor. You're the caretaker of Halo. You're a goddamn caretaker. If you were a janitor, you'd be fucking fired. But that's totally off point and off script. Alright, let's get back to it. But the one-word apology, she doesn't mean it. This is a business professional acting professionally, and it sickens me to my core. If 343 just stood up, unzipped their massive ego, and said to the fans, in a professional or a casual language, we don't care, that we fucked up. We are sorry. We will do better. You are right not to trust us, so we will have to prove that to you, and we will have to build a bridge with the community by working hard, by putting out, by getting after it. And if they actually delivered, then that is how they would build the building blocks of trust back in the community. It's not announcing something that is seemingly good, but also shrouding it with the ulterior motive of selling consoles, of selling a game again to people that has such a bad rep to it. It should have been free. I've said this a few times. It should have been in an Xbox One Gold update, one of the games for Golds. It should have been there. It would have been able to generate a lot more people. The ranking systems and all this would have actually worked, and you would have had a little bit more service, saying that one of the biggest IPs in existence, or it once was, but one of the most well-known, is being given out for free. I still believe that they should have done that. I still think that that could have been the best fan service. That people who didn't want to buy it because they heard that it was broken could have just jumped straight in, and then you would have had a lot more feedback, and then you probably would have gotten the ball moving on this a lot sooner before it was too late, because I think it's too late. As a food scientist, I think that MCC had a use by and a best before date, and I think those are well gone. Those are totally well gone. So I think that this ulterior motive of selling a console is just, you're just flogging a goddamn dead horse, and it makes me so sad to have to say this stuff about Halo, because I love Halo. I really do. You may not think it. A lot of people are going to come in here and say that I don't like it, but I really do.
For us, we have been looking at when the right opportunity is to upgrade MCC, and when we do it to get the maximum benefit, we do feel that we want to move it to the latest platform updates so we can take advantage of all the great stuff that the Xbox platform team has done.
So notice the terminology here throughout this. God, it makes me so angry at how damn rehearsed this conversation is. Upgrade MCC to get the maximum benefit, not the type of terminology that we want to hear. Not fix MCC for the maximum user experience. Upgrade MCC, right? For the maximum profit and potential Xbox One X and Xbox game sales. That's it. That's all this fucking is. Guys, go to the PC platform and start playing the PC fan titles. Play MCC if you want the campaigns, but stop supporting 343 in their endeavours, because it's all just to sell more copies of the game and more console sales, and that's it. To end this, I'm just going to let Bonnie's sale pitch of the Xbox One X play out for you to judge, so you can judge her body language, her tone, the speed at which she tells us her prepared speech, and to show you how she links it all back to the MCC. This is a very good sales tactic, by the way, to pull at your nostalgia and hope strings. Be smart, guys. Be logical. Be skeptical. And be good. I'll see you next time.
I think for us it was It was looking at, when we look at Xbox One X, it's an opportunity to take our current gen portfolio and enhance it across to give a better play experience that looks better on everything we're doing. And Master Chief Collection should definitely be part of that. So this is the time that we're going to crack it open, move it over to the latest game operating system, which has amazing improvements to matchmaking, which we'll benefit from. And now's the right time, and we're pretty excited that we're going to move the whole portfolio forward.
I naively thought, hey, how can it be? I'm going to